Hi folks, this is Lance090 here, and welcome to my Cataclysm tutorial series for version point F. And if you didn't see the last episode, I made a huge mistake this week where my audio was completely messed up. It used the audio from a really crappy webcam mic instead of my $200 mic that's right here. I don't know why Windows decides to pick the worst device at all times, even though I have this set as the default device. It should never change, but it does change every time I start up the computer. And then if I don't check it, that happens. So I have to do a voiceover this week. Anyway, the last episode, we made a bow, we made leather armor. It took a very long time to craft all this stuff because we're not good at crafting yet. But it's been made, and now we need some other stuff to get the bow actually working 100%. We need a sling to put the bow in so that we can carry the bow, because we can't even carry the bow right now because there's not a container in our backpack that's big enough to hold it. So in order to build it, though, we need some more extra parts that we don't have. Let me go back to the bow here so I can point it out. We need more short strings. I guess I use them all at this point. We also need a short rope or short vine, stuff like that. So I checked to see what kinds of ropes and stuff we can build. And once again, I realized, oh my God, all these ropes take a long time to build. I'm just going to make it out of rags, I think, is what I come to the decision to, even though it's 4 hours to make it, but that's all we've got. And I'm like, what the heck? Our day's already over? So I eat, and then we go to bed. Then I wake back up. We get back to work. We take our multivitamin. We work on the short rope again. Then I look up the slings to see what we're missing still. We still need more strings. So I go back to town. I smash a window in. I grab the wrong long strings, bring them back. Cut up the long strings. Disassemble the six short strings. Yes. Or disassemble long string into 6 short strings. And then now the bow sling is available. It's going to let us choose what type of design we want to do. We can do either... Oh, and I'm having trouble keeping on it here. We can either do 3 short strings and 1 short rope, or we can do 2 leather patches, 2 short strings, and 1 short rope. I go for the short strings because I don't want to waste leather. And there we go. It's built. I just moved my gamison into a different pile here because I didn't like where it was. And then I wear... I guess did I put it on? Let's take a look here. Well, in any case, you can wear... There we go. This is where I put it on, I think. So you can wear the bow sling, put it on, which is what I did. And then I picked up the bow because it automatically gets attached to the sling. It should be here. I saw it there for a second. Come on. I keep seeing it and then it won't go back after. There it is. Bow sling, the short bow went into it automatically because it was the only thing that could hold the short bow. Then we have to make some ammo. So I go over to ammo, I go over to arrows. The best we have right now is small wooden game arrows. This other one is just bolts, which is for crossbows. So it makes 10 for each unit, so we don't have to make them one by one. That would be horrible. And then it shows what we can build with it, or what we can use to build it. You can use sinew or thread or duct tape for one part, planks or stout branches for the other part, and bags, plastic bottles, or duct tape for the fletching, essentially. So I see going through a batch to see how many batches I can make and what I can make, how many batches of certain materials I can use. Because if we go up to times 3, we can no longer use sinew for the thread part of it. So I'm like, okay, let's make 2 so that we can use the sinew. Actually, I make 1 with sinew, and then I make another one with thread and a plastic bottle. Then I realize, well, actually, that's not done. We're not done yet. We need a quiver to put the arrows in. So, yeah, there's a lot of parts to this situation. Unfortunately, it's another thing that takes a really long time to craft now. That didn't used to take that long to craft. I was going to make it out of birch bark, but I think the birch bark one was going to take even longer. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Luckily, we have everything for the regular quiver, so I just make it. Yeah, 11 hours on the other one. Jeez. Let's see which version of it's the best to make for us. And then I eat. There is our quiver. So I wear the quiver. I check my layering to make sure it's all right, just in case it's not. Layering's supposed to be automatic now. It's supposed to just work every time. It used to be that layering wasn't automatic and you'd have to relayer your clothes every time you changed them. But now it's automatic. So I wear the quiver. I pick up my arrows. They automatically go into the quiver. Actually, I only made one set of arrows earlier and then make the second set there. And then I notice we're hot when I go outside. We have this little thermometer. That means you're hot. So I'm checking my temperatures to see what's hot. It's our feet, it's our legs, it's our torso. So I go back and see, okay, what can I lose? I can lose my boxer shorts and my socks. And I'm like, we're still hot. Actually, I guess I don't go back yet. I eventually go back and I also drop my undershirts. So that's about as much as we could drop, though. Much as I'm comfortable with dropping, because we need armor, right? We can't not go with armor. I start looking around town to see what we have available to loot. I'm trying to find some kind of grocery store, something that has a shopping cart in it. And as far as I can tell, there's probably nothing in the town that has one, but we're going to check anyway. So now we're going through town with our bow wielded. And then, hey, now we're going to talk about how to shoot bows. So with a bow or any kind of ranged weapon, you press F to start firing. And it brings up this menu here, which unfortunately, even if I move my face, it's still going to be slightly covered up because my old face is still in the way. So what this menu indicates here, it shows you at what range the target is away. It shows you your firing mode. With the bow, it's only going to say manual, but with a gun, it might say semi-automatic or automatic or semi, or burst. One of those types. And then you can change the firing mode down here too with S, if that's available. It's going to say what ammo you're using, how much recoil it's going to have. The bows have really high recoil. What you're targeting. Basically the same stuff that you can tell by looking at it. If it's hostile, if it can see you, and how fast it is. Then down here, these symbols indicate like how good you're going to hit. A green is like a critical hit. Plus sign is a normal hit. And a dashed line is a graze. You can see if we just press F again, we fire like as fast as we can. We just have 2 normal chances to hit. And this is probably like a 5% chance to hit. This whole, like if this bar was full, this is a 100% chance to hit. So this is like no chance to hit at all. We can take longer time before we can take better aim by just waiting a little bit longer. You see it takes longer. We have some crit chance, more normal chance, and some graze chance appears. We can wait even longer if we press C to shoot. Get a little bit more. Or we can press P to do the best shot we can possibly take and take a very long time. Most situations you're going to want to do P, unless something is right on top of you. Then you just want to fire as fast as you can. But in this situation, we're just trying to snipe with our bow to get our skill up. So we're just going to keep this thing as far distance as we can, and we're going to press P to shoot it. At some point, I will shoot. I'm explaining everything I just explained to you right now is what's happening there. Come on. We've already went through it past me. Okay, I shot. I just go pew. I think I missed on the shot. It's just on the ground now. Your arrows do often survive. In fact, I think all of my arrows have survived through the entire 7 episodes. It used to be they break a lot more often, but it seems like they're breaking less often now. Anyway, I miss. So what I'm doing is I'm just backing up to keep our distance apart because she's slower than me, so I can keep building up our distance again, even if I shoot. I'm backing up as far as I can. I'm then pressing P to fire again. Or I'm pressing F because you have to press F every time before you fire, and then I'm pressing P to take precise aim. And then I'm like, okay, we're doing 1 to 2 damage every shot. The bows really, really, really suck in this game. Crossbows are a little bit better, but they also take longer to aim. They're really crappy. Eventually, if we get to like the highest end bows and crossbows, though, then we'll be able to do some damage. And obviously, like arrows and stuff are a lot easier to make ammo for than like bullets. So that's why we want to train the skill up so that we can hopefully build better ranged weapons in the future. Anyway, I decide that's enough shooting her for now. I'm going to drop my bow because it's quick. I'm going to pick up my cudgel off the ground because we couldn't wield our... When we equipped our bow from the bowsling, which we do by pressing A and activating the bowsling, it drew our bow, but our cudgel is too long to fit in our inventory, so it gave us options of what to do with it, and I said drop it, because dropping is the fastest. Now I'm just going back up to where the cudgel is, and I'm doing W to wield an item, and then I'm going to pick the cudgel up, let her come to me, and then I'm going to bonk her on the head. And there's some arrows in her, because we shot arrows into her. I go get my stuff, pick up the arrows that I missed with, and I keep moving on. Another zombie. Trying to pull them one at a time, the best as I can. Same as before. Let's do the same do-si-do. Switch to a cudgel when they get close. Bonk them on the head. Get everything picked up. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So what's going on here is rinse and repeat. And then I see that way down there, there's some runner zombies. The problem with the runner zombies, anything that's fast, anything that's small, is very hard to hit with ranged weapons. So I tell you here that it's probably best with these guys that we just immediately resort to bonking them on the head. Oh, we also see a feral human, and I think they're fast too, so that's why I decided to do that. But the fun part with this feral human is, remember we got absolutely bodied by feral humans earlier because they're throwing rocks at us and they actually really hurt? Well, look at this feed here. It's going to look a little weird because there's two windows here, but you can see it's saying shot reflects off your torso, throws a rock, shot reflects off your left leg, shot reflects off your torso. That's what armor does. Oh, that's what real armor does. He can't hurt us with rocks anymore. He's toasted. There's nothing he can do. He's dead. He's useless. Anyway, we keep moving on. We keep shooting things with bows from a distance. Tough zombie's a little scary, but he's still slow, so I can still kite him. I get to my cudgel. I try to get him in bushes. I think I have a hard time getting him to walk into a bush. I think I even give up. Yeah, he broke that bush instead of walking into it. Oh, there, I got him. But I think I'm on a post anyway, so I'm moving slow too. So not really the best encounter, but it still goes fine. I check what our stats are to see if we're getting better at shooting bows, see if we're doing better at melee and stuff. I think our bashing weapons has gone up, which is certainly a start. I think I didn't start with any melee skills, so our melee skills gone up twice too. But I don't think has our archery gone up. It's gone up by 16%, but our marksmanship is almost up though. Anyway, that's all the time for that episode. Hope you all enjoyed despite the technical difficulties we had here. If you did, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, hope you have a good day.